Hey, please lah. Who knows? I attract Sabahan guys.
Okay, hi guys. Welcome.
Hi.
So introduce yourself.
All right. So I'm Shweta. You can call me Shweta.
Okay, hi Sweetha. Emma. So you guys Gen Z,
Yeah,
right?
we are Gen
So
Zs.
the reason I asked because there will be like different generation of women lah. So
Yeah.
for them to understand you, they need to understand which generation you're coming from.
All right.
Because we millennials think differently.
So okay, today we are going to talk about Gen Z girls. Okay.
Okay, so what's the topic are we talking about today? Red
Yep.
flags.
We're going to talk about girls' red flags.
Okay. Start from who?
Emma.
Emma. Okay.
Okay. What's a red flag that I say? Okay, personally, I hate lazy. I think
Lazy guys. Lazy in terms of what?
they don't want to go to school. Their end goal is just to eat.
You mean in terms of like effort on improving their lives, not on
Yeah.
the texting and
I mean, I
house
would agree on
chores.
texting also.
Uh-huh.
Like, I feel like lazy covers a lot of spectrum.
Okay.
If you're in a relationship, you gotta put in the effort, bro.
Okay.
You can't be lazy in a relationship. The commitment itself is an effort.
Wow,
So I feel
yes.
like guys gotta put in the effort to be
Mhm.
with the girl. Cause right now, I feel like in Gen Z situation, most of the guys are very passive,
Mhm.
and I feel like the ladies are taking up the role as a guy. To be honest, yeah.
How
So
many
yeah.
times I have
True. Okay, so aside from being lazy, what else?
I think, most of us don't realize this, but we might think that we've gotten a green flag, but actually, to be honest, they are actually very red because,
Mhm.
a watermelon kind of stuff.
Okay, okay.
Like, we can't detect narcissist people
Okay.
unless you are already in a relationship and it goes for quite some time. And then
True.
only you start realizing, oh, this person is actually narcissist.
Okay, before you detect the red flag, right? Why is it that most of us we never detect the red flag on the first
Yeah.
time relationship? Maybe because we like this guy particularly, we know there's a red flag, but
Exactly,
we
correct.
bypass it, and then we're saying, "Oh, it is just a minor thing." But then when the time comes that
It
only we realize, oh, it's a red flag.
because you see, guys can only sugarcoat a certain stuff for like a certain period of time, and as far as it goes, the sugarcoat starts to fade. So I feel like when it starts to fade, that's when the girls actually kind of like realize on the red flags that they are seeing. But most of the time, these red flags that we actually can see, we also sugarcoat it for ourselves because we already like this person,
Yes,
and we are
yes,
like
yes.
hoping, nah, this is not true. In the beginning he was such a nice guy. It's not happening lah. So we blind ourselves also.
Because I'm just gonna share my experience from my ex. He was a red flag, but I didn't really see it because the first weeks of datings, he was so sweet. He's all about sweet words. And especially women, we are creatures of emotions. We want to hear the sweet things and romance, all the flower things.
Yeah,
Even though we're not the type of romantic one. Even I'm not a romantic one. I don't say sweet words to my partner. I'm not that romantic. But this guy, he will call on time, text on time, ask, have you eaten? And then we went to walk on a beach and he will wash off my feet with the sand off. How will you not fall for that?
A walking green forest. I mean, yeah, that is definitely a walking green forest.
Yeah.
Like point.
Oh no, like, okay, I really like this guy. So I tend to like think, maybe he might have a flaw.
Yeah.
But for me, or whatever he's been doing is probably that's who he is lah. So at the after, and it only took 2 months then to see the red flag.
Yeah.
But I was already deep into the relationship only for 2 months.
Yeah.
I don't know why and how. Maybe I was young. I was 23 back then. So for me, it's like I consider it as serious relationship.
I mean, like most of us girls, okay, comparing to guys, girls are more to we want serious relationship.
Yes,
We are
yes.
not the type that we'll just try, we are never in that mindset. So when we meet someone, the first thing that we automatically think of is like, we need this relationship to work out so badly.
yes.
So we kind of like invest ourselves, like you said, 2 months, you already invested into it. But we don't want to see the red flags that we can already see because we are already invested in it. But that's where the mistake happens.
Yeah, because when we invested, we think that, oh, I don't want to waste the 2 months that I invested. Give him a chance.
Exactly. But that's where these guys mess up because they think that when we give them chances, it's okay for them to repeat.
They are already in the safe zone of the relationship that we're not gonna get rid of them that easily.
It becomes a cycle for these guys where they think like, you know what, I would do the same thing again. She's gonna eventually forgive me.
Yeah.
So it comes again and again. So at one point when, let's say, we are ready to walk out of it, we're done. That's when you can really see their red flag of being narcissists, where they literally will put out a statement saying that, hey, you've forgiven me so many times already. Why aren't you forgiving me now? I've really changed for you. You know this. Again, the sugarcoating happens.
Yes.
So yeah, that's like one major red flag that we all fail to see. Being narcissists, these guys. Yeah.
Any experiences?
I think you should.
Like the highlight experience of a past relationship that the red flag really triggered.
You can. I feel like you've been damaged a lot. Back to the part where, you find them really a red flag and you gotta like run away from it.
No, I have this problem. I will always give them chances because I really like.
Who doesn't? Come on.
I had this one guy, so cute.
Okay, cute. Okay.
Oh, it's a Sri Lankan.
Okay, wow.
This guy,
As if in like socials.
Okay.
So when he goes to the gym, he's very like buff, medic graduate. He's Sri Lankan, so it was never gonna work out anyway because he had to move back to Sri Lanka to work and everything. But he was so sweet. So on our first date, I was looking to buy shoes and he would like put them on me, carry like my shopping bags and everything. Very sweet guy. And then 1 month later, I'm back in KK. He's still in KL. This guy, he starts to show his true colors. So
it started from what?
Okay, so we would still video call, but he would only want a booty call.
Oh, okay.
And then he wouldn't text me every day. He would only text when he wants.
But what if he only texts you when he wants?
Okay.
And then he started to, I can't go into detail, but he started to go into like what's his like desires,
fantasies.
And his fantasies were very
Wild.
Too wild for you to.
I gotta go. You know what? It's nice meeting.
You gotta take the back step, right? Yeah.
No, I like mine. Vanilla. Yeah. He likes a flavor of everything.
Okay.
Yeah, if you see, like I said, that's how it starts. They sugarcoat everything, and when she's like really invested, then they show their true colors. That's something that we always fail to see, lah. That's the thing.
Because they have their tactic of a bait.
Yeah.
So we just get hooked with a bait.
They're like very good at manipulating. They're very good at gaslighting you. You know, the best part is that they would make sure that you are at fault. They would, it's not your fault, but when they speak to you about it, you are convinced.
About, you have a second. Oh, wait a minute. Was it
really my fault?
Oh, yeah.
It really makes you think. Wait, so I was at fault. Oh, okay. So you start accepting the fault. But then it's not your fault because you're still in the relationship. The moment you step out of the relationship, trust me, you will be looking at yourself and asking yourself, girl, was I in such a relationship? Was this my standard? Like, that's one thing also about girls. We always lower our standard.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like if you're watching this, don't lower your standard, guys. Really, please set your standards high or set it up par to where you guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my husband told you guys, don't try to look for the red flag directly. Don't chase the guy.
Yeah,
Just
true.
improve yourself first. Then all the green flag guys will chase after you.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I mean, even if you said the green flags would chase after us, like I said, when they're chasing us, it's it's always green flags when they chase us. It's only after you are in a relationship or like after a few sessions with them, a few dates or something, you tend to see where the red flag lies within them.
So that means we have to tell them that we're not rushing into having a relationship.
Yeah, that's one thing. And I think like, you know, we always like expect things from guys, right? So we shouldn't be expecting them to be what we want, but let it go with how they are. Because I feel like most guys, they try hard to get us. That's when they are faking themselves.
Yeah.
So when they fake themselves, that's when we are being, like victim of ending up in a very bad relationship.
I think most of these guys, men, they need a crash courses.
Oh my god, I wish.
Yeah, like, well, if you really like the girl, just be yourself.
No, are they so dumb they need crash course? Where are your manners?
Oh my god. I mean, like, yeah, because like, you see, the relationship is something very nice. It's supposed to be fun, But most of us, right, the girls, we end up in a relationship we are not happy with, but we are still stuck there because the emotions that we have invested
Yes.
feels like it's too much
It's hard to move on. It's hard to move on from one relationship
to the other.
to another.
But being stuck in a relationship is much more worse than moving on.
You're wasting time.
Yeah, I feel like that's one wasting time, but I feel like you are emotionally draining yourself. The energy that you are building up within yourself through a relationship that's very bad is actually very toxic, very
Yes.
bad. It's very negative. And those energies are kind of like a blockage for you girls itself. I feel like we are restricting ourselves to move forward because of all this.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
Because I was stuck at that kind of toxic relationship. So I lost all my friends, mostly all my friends, because the way he did was, he's telling me, you don't need anybody if
Just
you have
me.
me.
I'm there for you.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
your best
Like,
friend.
you don't have to waste your time to other people when you can just spend your time with me.
Yeah,
If you spend your time with your friends, that means the time that you're gonna spend with me is
it's
like getting lesser.
But here's the best part, girls. We must be with them, but they get to have a lot of friends.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Right. We can't have fun, but they get to have fun. So it's like, it's not fair, man. Come on, we deserve to live a life too. You
Yeah.
deserve to live a life
Yes,
too. But that
yes.
doesn't mean you get to control us. But most of us fail to see that in a relationship because I really feel like they say love is blind. It
Yeah.
truly is.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly, it is very blind because a lot of us end up being blind. So when you step out from a relationship, and for example, if let's say I'm asking you, why were you even in that relationship for so long if you know he's abusive? I'm sure you don't even have an answer for it because you're like, I don't know.
At that time, yes, I do not know the answer.
Yeah.
But after I got out of that relationship, then I know what's the reason. Because my experience of the toxic is it involves violence. So it's the domestic violence. So I understand like most women who was involved in a domestic violence abuse relationship. Last time I don't understand like why are these women that just don't want to get out of this relationship, just report to the police, just go somewhere where he can't find you. And then he will message me something, then I will feel guilty like, okay,
Yeah.
it was my fault that we fell apart.
For the context, I'm actually a psychology student. So
Okay.
to understand this context, we women know that it's wrong. That when we are in the situation, but when we see someone else in the situation, we step up for them, but we don't step up for ourselves because we call it something as attachment issue,
Yeah.
and also trauma bond. So most of the time when we are in such situation where we are going through this domestic violence and stuff like that, this attachment issue and trauma bond is the one that's actually stopping us from saving ourselves.
Yes, yes.
But we do know internally, we do know we need to get help for ourselves, but we never do that because, like you said, these guys are very good in manipulating us. And when they do that, the trauma bond and attachment issue that we girls have is somehow a plus point for them.
Yes.
So
true.
the attachment issue is something that all of us don't want to lose. So that's why most of the time we let it slide. And if you notice, most guys that actually abuse these girls, they abuse them, and after a few days they would sugarcoat it.
Yes, true.
Like, they would
Yeah,
sugarcoat.
you were talking about attachment. Yeah, I think I can relate to that because when you say attachment, the reason I didn't left the relationship is because I feel like I have no value outside the relationship.
Yes, because that's how they already molded us. Because,
Yeah.
like you said, you lost your friends, you don't have anyone around you.
Mm.
So your world consists with this one guy only. So you're depending on this
Yeah.
person. Your only hope, your only love is through this one person. So when you want to step out of it, yeah, there's no life. That's one, and you are being psychoed by this person as if you have no value once you leave me. You're done. You're a done deal case.
Yeah.
You leave me, you're nothing. So that's one thing that runs in all the girls' mind, which is why attachment is something, it's serious, it's very painful, yes, I agree. But at the same time, that's an attachment that we all should be brave to step back. Out there that they are girls who are still in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know who's watching it. If you are watching it, it's time for you to, tell yourself that you got to be loved.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about you and him. You really have someone else out there to pick yourself up.
First of all, just love yourself first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
True.
You don't love yourself, you really won't have the courage to get out of there.
Yeah.
Because, like me, I lost all my friends. If I don't love myself, I wouldn't be able to get out there and then just appreciate, okay, I just gonna like face it on my own. I don't care if I don't have friends or what, but as long as I'm out of here, then I'll survive. It's okay. But is there any since you're a psychologist
yeah.
student, is there any therapy for women? What would you advise them to do if they got out after they got out of the relationship?
Personally, I mean, not to say therapy, but I would suggest from coming from me, I would suggest that yes, it's going to be very hard. To be honest, the attachment, the trauma, the bond is still going to be there. You would be questioning yourself of your worth. You will start to feel yourself unworthy. That's something that's very common. So when you step out of it, I would really recommend for you to self-love yourself. Start doing things that you stop to do. Things that you were not allowed to do before this, but something that you really loved but you had to give up because of the relationship. Start doing those things. Start dressing up for yourself. Start going out. Get back your circle one by one. Take it slow. One day,
It's
one
not
time.
an easy
Yeah,
progress.
it's definitely
It's gonna
not.
take.
It
It took me about almost 3 years.
it will definitely take years, but it's a process that you are going to heal yourself. I would personally suggest nature is one of the best things
Yeah.
that you can always, go out to and heal yourself. I would personally take moment of myself alone, detach myself from everything, including your ex-boyfriend, whoever. Try to like detach yourself from them. Because like you said, even if you try to run away,
Yeah.
but if you're not detaching, you're still in contact, they're still going to come and find you.
Yeah,
And when they do that, that's when your attachment and trauma bond, it goes back to them. You're still having a connection there. You try to cut that off. Yeah. And if you really need to get help from domestic violence or something, then you really should go talk to a counselor,
Yeah.
sit for therapy and stuff like that.
But I think most of these women, they are too scared
Yeah.
to share because maybe they got threatened by the partner who is abusing them, that if you tell anybody, this is gonna happen. So they don't have that kind of courage to seek help.
Yeah. I actually have one story, like one person, she wanted to leave this traumatic, abusive relationship. Apparently, her boyfriend threatened her with a knife,
Okay.
saying that if you were going to leave me, I would rather like hurt you.
Okay.
So she's like, she can't leave the relationship because it feels like even if she leaves, she's going to be hurt. If she doesn't, she's still going to be hurt. So
Okay.
that's how strong and dominant, guys can make you feel.
Yeah.
That you feel so submissive in the relationship. So that's one thing why we girls always end up being very small.
Yeah.
But we don't know how strong we actually are. There's like a lot of power that we hold within, which we don't express it out.
Okay. So going back to the red flags points, aside from
That stuff.
narcissists,
What's
What's the other one?
red flags that personally you feel?
Yeah, you personally
Yeah,
think that
it's
you
a red
don't
flag
want.
for you.
Bad shoes.
Oh my god.
Okay, I have a story okay, for this.
Why shoes?
Bad shoes.
Bad shoes. Okay, I have a story basically.
Okay.
And it all stemmed from, this guy. So, I met this guy on Bumble, I think.
Bumble, okay.
Yeah. So this guy's
Never tried it.
It's a Gen Z app
I
for
know.
dating app.
Yeah, so this guy fresh medical grad
Okay.
from
Girl, you've been attracting a lot of medical guys, huh?
Yeah.
but they're the last people I should date. I always have like bad stories about medical.
Sorry to any medic students.
But yeah, actually, a lot of these people who was like, even though I mean, they're working also. The working medical people, they have a lot of
There's
rumors
something
about
wrong
them
with
lah.
them.
Negative
But
rumors about.
there's also one thing I don't know lah. I personally feel like those educated guys and working guys, like they are very up to do. Most of them are the real red flags, the real abusive and
Maybe because they feel
Sometimes lah.
confident that they can get the girl.
yeah. I think they feel like they have the power. Okay,
Continue with your story.
shoe story.
Your shoe.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So this guy, he was really sweet. So back then I had this rule: before I go out on any dates, I call the guy just to make sure he's like normal enough.
Normal. What's the definition of normal?
Not insane, not going to kill me on the first date. So I call him and he's very well spoken. He speaks very eloquently, and I can tell by the way he speaks that he's very educated. So that was like a very big green flag for me. And this guy's well, he's from Sabah, but his family moved to KL. So he was back in KK to visit his family. Okay, so anyway, so we texting and all, talking, and then we agreed we'll go on a date at Imago. Okay, so Friday night I get up all ready, all that. I go to Imago. Okay, guy was there, black shirt, black trousers.
Black shirt, black.
That's-
Let me picture it in my black
Kind of
shirt, black trousers.
And
Okay,
he's
okay, hot enough.
Okay.
All right.
good-looking Kadazan guy.
Okay.
And then he's wearing the ugliest shoes you can ever wear.
Is it Crocs?
No, it's worse than Crocs.
Slipper jamban.
No, I wish she wore slipper jamban.
Wait, what's even worse than slipper
Let
jamban?
me just describe it to you. They look like sandals that Jesus would wear during his time. So they look like leather ketupat shoes.
Okay. I think I can picture it. Something like those design in Bata. I think they have a lot of that kind of design. The brownish leather.
Oh, the grandfather sandals.
There's straps.
And it looks like ketupat, but these shoes are leather.
Oh, okay. I can.
The one that's
yes,
close.
yes, yes.
So I'm like, I'm not particular about shoes. It's just like something personal. Okay? Like I look at guys' shoes, I see how they like, I just see.
How does it even match his attire?
I have no idea because okay, I feel like most guys who are into sneakers, they prioritize their sneakers so much.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
their outfit.
Exactly.
So I see those shoes. I look at his feet. And I'm like,
That's like a turn off for you, huh?
maybe turn out, but you know what?
You still gotta go.
We just met. I'm gonna let it slide. Okay. We meet at a cafe, and then like we get to talk and everything. And I asked him, okay, so why did you choose Imago? Oh, my family wanted to come to the shopping mall. That's why I asked you to come here. Now I'm like,
What?
oh, okay. So your family's around, walking somewhere. They're like, yeah. And I said,
Oh my.
oh, so are we gonna bump into them? Yeah, maybe. I don't think so.
Bro invited you on a.
Family trip.
Why is it? I mean, it saves the time. He can spend time with the family as well as going
No,
around.
he cannot spend time with the family if he's on a date with a
I
girl,
mean,
right?
they probably carpooling, so he get to
but
spend time.
Can we not carpool where I'm gonna meet your mom?
Oh my god.
No, it gets worse from there. That's the thing.
Okay.
It gets worse.
Okay, the only thing is, I figure is with the family, but not the shoe. But now you're saying it's the family and the shoe, the red flags now.
It gets worse, okay.
But that's how it started. I hated his shoes.
So first the shoe, now the
So
with
it's
the
like,
family
she,
thing.
she was sticking the green boxes and then suddenly the red boxes.
All the red
were-
boxes.
All the red.
I'm starting a new list. Because, yeah.
New list, guys. Alright, okay.
Because I've never met anyone like who would be this freaking insane.
Okay.
I thought you checked on the call.
I thought he was normal. That's when I stopped doing the calls when I realized no point. So basically, okay, back to the day.
Okay.
I don't expect him to pay. I'm already like thinking of my card. And when I'm like passing you my card, you're the cashier, I'm passing you my card. And then this guy goes, "Oh, she's a rich kid alert."
In public?
In public. I've never been so embarrassed in my life. And even I couldn't even look at the cashier in the eye. I was like, I should have ran from there, bro.
I don't get it. Why would he?
Why would he say that? Wait, who paid for the dinner?
He did.
Where was it?
Sushi Zanmai?
Okay, Shusizan. Okay
But,
lah.
oh, and when we were walking around, he would walk 5 steps ahead of me.
Why?
Not you. It's a Friday night. All the Bruneians are doing. Bro, wait up!
But why is he like 5 steps ahead? I thought first date you're supposed to be like, hey,
Yes,
so
walking
what?
slowly.
How's your day?
Oh, I guess because he
The
knows
family
the family.
tree,
Yes,
yeah.
he's worried the family will
Yeah,
see him.
will see
Yeah.
him.
Bro, own up! On a date!
That's why it's a family trip, right?
So for me, in my conclusion, my opinion, the reason he agreed to meet up with you is just to see you. Like, am I gonna like her or not? So I'm just not gonna take this seriously.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, actually,
Now,
first
I
date-
think that's the reason as well that he was walking.
But isn't like the first date is the time where you gotta impress the girl so that the
he's
girl,
not trying to impress her.
If he's not trying to impress her, then why the first date after all?
How
Therefore-
was he when you guys talking at the restaurant?
Okay, so we didn't really talk much at the restaurant.
What kind of date is this?
At this point, I don't know what is going on.
No, this isn't the end of the date.
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
I think both of them are bad at dating.
No.
No, okay, disclaimer.
Okay.
To be honest, she's very good at
Okay,
dating.
okay.
But the one that she catches is always an issue.
Okay, yeah.
I think you gotta follow David's advice. You start to attract but not chase them already. Yeah.
Yeah, I should.
Okay, continue. What were you trying to say? The restaurant, the conversation.
No, the conversation was like okay, but it wasn't like nothing too.
Nothing serious lah.
Yeah, I can't really recall because it's been a while. But what I do remember is after Imago, we went to Waterfront to drink.
Okay, you guys went with the family trip
Family-
again?
His car? Oh.
Grab.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
he came here for a holiday. So okay, correct me if he came for a holiday and then he swiped you. You guys were having a conversation and he just decided to meet you during his family trip.
This, maybe he thinks, oh, my family is just gonna shopping something that I don't want.
Justify a man's actions.
We should not justify.
Wow.
Continue. Okay, so you went to Waterfront.
Alright, and you know that open air area?
Yeah, the bars.
We went there. Okay, and because that time I used to smoke.
Okay.
So, and he's a medical graduate, right?
Okay.
So I pull out cigarettes and I start smoking. And it's fine. It's a bar, right?
Yeah.
The guy goes, as someone who studied medicine, I wouldn't do that, but you know what? I'm not gonna judge.
You're not the med student, right? It was him. Not,
Bro said, I'm not gonna judge, but he's judging you hard.
It's worse.
okay.
Okay.
But then this guy asked for a puff.
I thought he said he doesn't smoke.
Oh, he just wanna look cool, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So pretend you're me, like passing a cigarette.
Okay.
So,
cigarette.
okay.
This is the mouth part. Right?
Okay.
He smokes like this.
Were you like hiding yourself already?
Among
Among everyone.
people. Hell no, am I gonna be stuck with a guy who smokes like this, bro? Like my nephew holds like what? Something he doesn't like.
He's trying to show you he doesn't like it, but,
But like he's trying to smoke for you.
he thinks it's cool. Okay, I think this guy tried to be funny as well because the way it was the Sephora case.
Thingy, yeah.
He's trying to be funny, but you didn't. Like, for
I
you,
think
it wasn't funny.
enough.
Yeah,
I
he thinks it's funny,
Yeah.
and the cigarette thing is funny.
So maybe he was joking lah.
Yeah. He was just trying to be funny. He was
Okay.
expecting you to.
That's just how girls justify.
Funny.
You gotta justify it. Alright. Then too much for you.
Yeah.
So then what happened? How did the date even end? Oh, it hasn't ended. Okay. Here it goes.
So
It's a long
when
date
we were
for a.
when we were trying to talk, right? He asked me questions. Oh, so what are you most insecure about your body? So what are you most afraid of? Very deep and personal questions, and I was really uncomfortable. So
Yeah,
I gave
yeah.
very shallow answers like like this. Then he goes, "Wow, you're so interesting, Emma. I feel like you're not telling me the full answers. I can't wait. I feel like I need to know."
Ew.
He's trying to be interesting.
No, but that is creepy. You just imagine.
Maybe the way he said it. I
No,
don't
just
know.
imagine you're
Okay.
going on a first date
Okay,
and
okay.
this guy is asking you about your body already.
Yeah,
like-
that question, yes, is straight out creepy, but
and then after she answers it, and he's like, "You're not giving me the full answer."
okay, he was still referring about the
Yeah,
body part.
the
Okay,
body
yeah,
part.
yeah, that's
So he's
creepy.
like, "You're interesting, but you're not giving me the full answer, bro. What? You want to? Excuse me."
Yeah, that's what he wants. He wants to
I
directly
mean,
talk.
he's indirecting that
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
he
yeah.
wants.
He wants to initiate the dirty talk, but he doesn't want it coming from him.
Yeah.
You
He wants
to
it like
start it.
make it like you speak about it,
Yeah.
and then he gets the hype out of it.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
this,
I got all the wrong messages from him, bro.
oh god. Please tell me it's over.
I don't understand.
How are you not still
How did
running
you
away?
last? How did you even last?
Okay.
I mean, I would have ran off the moment I know that his family is on a family trip at Imago.
I wanted to run after the Sephora thing.
Yeah, and how did you end up in waterfront?
I was very polite.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Because I had a cousin who worked in both Sarawak and Sabah Government Hospital. So I was just being friendly, sharing my cousin's experience, what it was like working, in both hospitals, because they're obviously different working environments.
Okay.
So after I told him, so and I specifically emphasized that Sarawak Government Hospital has very bad working culture, where it's just known that the seniors would bully the juniors. So I shared that to him, and bro goes, "So what if I move to Sarawak for you? What if I work there and for you?"
For you.
Yeah,
Why does that sound so creepy?
it is very creepy.
It's a first day, and
I
you.
know. Boys, please go and learn how to behave during a
Learn
first
the-
date.
Learn the conversation on the
Exactly.
first date.
Scare away your date partners.
I don't care whether you guys gonna chat GPT or not,
Yeah,
but
I know, right? Sekarang kan ada chat GPT. Use it lah, bro. Aduh. Stress lah ini macam. Chat GPT flirts better than you guys lah. Aduh.
okay, continue. The
Yeah. When are you even running away?
yeah,
Oh my god.
clearly the date hasn't ended yet.
The date's okay, so the date's about to end, and because I kind of got the red flag kind of early on, so I told him, "Okay, I have to be back at 11 because I made up some bullshit."
11
Yeah.
p.m.
Yeah, yeah.
She lasted until 11 p.m.
How long? What time you started your date?
Whoa,
Yeah.
p.m.
7 p.m.
PM,
Lucky
okay,
it's not
okay,
AM.
okay. Yeah,
I would have gave her a crown right now if she did that.
And then 11 p.m. comes, so I'm like, "Oh, okay, I gotta go." So I booked my Grab, and then I told him, "Okay, so this is the thing where I was really grateful I asked him this question. So I'm gonna go back by Grab. How are you gonna go back?" This guy says, "Oh, I assumed I was gonna follow you back home."
Oh, he's expecting you got your own car, is it?
No,
No. He wants to follow her back.
Okay. He wants to get
Right.
lucky.
Yeah,
He wants to get
Okay,
but
lucky.
the thing is, I told him I have Muslim house. I cannot bring a man over.
Uh-huh.
And it was so weird for him to just assume that he'll just jump into the because I feel like if I didn't ask him that question, he would have
just
walked in.
Yeah.
And the thing is, this guy lives down there. I'm up here.
Yeah, it's the
That
opposite.
makes sense. So he really wanted to try. Really want to get lucky lah that night. Oh, you want to get lucky? You come with your ketupat shoe and then you.
Yes, that's why I don't date guys with terrible taste issues.
Okay, so it
So it
starts
started
from
here.
there. So the shoe was the starting point. That represents. So now for Emma, it's already a trauma where she sees anyone with bad shoes, she automatically thinks that this guy is definitely a red flag. Okay.
You should see my shoe collection, girl. I don't play in my shoes.
Like Carrie Bradshaw.
Okay, oh my god, but congratulations for lasting on such a horrible date. That's a very smart move.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were you, I would have run off the moment I know the family trip. But then how come, where did the family go after that?
I have no idea. I didn't bother asking. I don't want to know. I'm gonna dip and never see him again.
Okay. So that's how shoes became red flags.
So now you're still into red flag shoe when you swipe the bumblebee.
I think
what is
she-
it? Bumble.
the first thing she goes for a date, I think she's not going to see the face first, she's going to see the shoe first. No,
Before we go on a date,
Can you send me
what
the
shoe are you wearing? All men will ask, why are you wearing?
what
What
are you
dress you
wearing?
wearing?
What
She'll
dress?
go, what shoe are you wearing?
And then the man will be like, why are you asking what shoe am I wearing? No, I just got to check. I'm not wearing heels or, something like that. Oh, God.
But if you want the man to be like interested with that question, I don't know. Some men are like, let's say, horny. Oh, and then you will, if you ask that question, what type of shoe you're wearing? If he asks why, oh, it's just one of my fetish.
It would,
It's not gonna be a weird thing, but men will love it.
I think it would turn
Is
you
it?
on. Maybe. Do you think so?
But depending on what was the conversation, yeah, before you guys initiate the date.
Maybe you text, hey,
No, I don't really like check the shoes before the date. I'll check it
during the date.
date.
No,
During
she wants to know because like
Just a
But
surprise.
so far,
surprise.
after that bad dating experience, the guys have been okay with their
shoes lah,
shoes.
but they had other issues lah.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay,
lah,
they
but
had other red flag guys.
if it's not the
But I thought you always call to check if they're insane or not.
yeah,
True.
I told him he seems normal.
The brain has.
So you
God.
recent whatever past red flags.
No lah, the red flags that I think it
something
is
funny, like a shoe story.
true story. Nothing funny about it lah. I mean, like, okay, I was approached by this guy, and then I was like, was approached, and then I'm like, yeah, okay, hi, and everything. And this guy was like, oh, I've been seeing you MC and stuff like that, and
Oh.
and all. And then I'm like, okay. And then this person replies me, oh, ask me about myself. I'm like, am I conducting an interview? Why would I want to? You want to talk to me? You talk to me.
Okay.
And he was like, you can ask, and with broken English somewhat, you can ask about me. I'm like, I'm not conducting an interview. What are you even doing? And yeah, that was it. I'm like, bro, you're out of the list. Okay, I'm not interested in you. Please leave me. Oh my, yeah, and guys, they love to do this where I actually have a lot of message requests, but I'm not the type that, go for it. But when you open the message request, they'll be like, hey, and the next question will be like, intro, please. Typical. Yeah, right? Hey, hello, intro, please. And I'm like, what intro?
I don't know. Maybe is that a Gen Z thing? I don't know. If you no,
It's not a Gen Z thing, it's a man. It's not a man.
not
It's a
really men
boys thing.
Oh, boys.
Boys
Okay,
thing.
because I have experience of messaging on Tinder. I haven't encountered that intro.
No, I mean like it comes on TikTok.
Yeah.
They will come across my and so you get the message request.
Okay.
So when you go and check, you get to choose whether you want to accept and decline.
Yeah.
I don't really accept it, but I'll go and check what are the messages are, right?
Yeah.
Hey, pretty, intro please. I'm like, hey, brother, what intro please?
You want to know why? No?
Why? See, that's the thing. That's why I say ChatGPT got it.
Yeah.
Go and Google, use ChatGPT.
Go do a video, do a podcast.
Educate the
Yeah.
men, boys lah, especially boys. I think men still okay lah. They know where to find the
General for all.
General for all.
at the age of
That's very sad lah.
yeah. Men they mature kind of like slow lah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean,
In
if you want
terms
to
of-
approach a girl, you introduce yourself lah. You-
basic courtesy.
Courtesy. You direct message me like intro please. What intro please? Hello. Please lah. I mean, girls don't go for school for dating also what, but we just learn
But
it.
again, understand the dynamic. It's always the guy who approach the girl, right? Never the girl approach the guy. So the guy has to make the first move. He needs to be educated enough to make the first move. If
Sadly.
he's not educated, only teach him, only by practice, then he will know. But if he's a very shy guy, not confident guy, he will never get any experience to know.
So now
Like this one.
Yeah, I know, right? But no lah, I don't reply to these guys lah. Delete. So, it just turns me off and like I'm not interested lah.
so this generation, is it okay the girl approach the guy first?
Depends lah.
Yeah.
Depends lah. I don't know because for me personally, I wouldn't want to approach the guy. But I don't know about you, Emma. How about you?
I've had experiences where I approached the guy. But,
First, okay.
it was more damaging to my reputation than.
Was it a
No,
success? Not a success story.
She's
what-
still single, so obviously it's not a success.
I'm still on Bumble, girl.
Yeah.
I was.
I think like
You give hints. Show the hair, eye contact, give the green light,
Mm.
wink, but never make the trust approach. The moment you do that, you barely drop.
exactly. I think for me, right, I feel like we have to play hard to get.
No.
Oh my god, really? Then we are too easy for the guys already. We
Yeah.
shouldn't be too
Who's
easy.
So then you give them the wrong.
Wrong confidence.
Again, who's in control? Right. So you like the guy. You wink, you smile, you keep looking at him, or the guy will like, oh, she's looking at me. He should make the first approach.
Sometimes guys are so dumb and noob they don't even understand that what to do. yeah, I know, right? They are not confident enough.
No, sometimes they're too innocent, you know.
Yeah, that's
Innocent
why.
is because of confidence.
Oh,
They are afraid of rejection.
We know she's pretty. She's probably single, right? And she's single, pretty, not hot. Lah. We like later, half an hour more. Drink. Next to know, bye bye. Go back. Come over, say hi. See?
yeah, true. So
If we psycho ourselves, saying she's so pretty,
no, it's better
then she got
to.
a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, so we got married.
The thing is, okay, I would prefer if you really think, like guys, if you're listening, if you see a girl, you really think she's pretty and you really want to talk to her, just go and talk to her. Lah. It's a different story whether she's going to reject you, whether she's married, whether she's single, or taken, or whatever.
Yeah.
But you just got to go and say
Don't be
that.
afraid of the rejection.
Yeah, that's one
That's
thing.
where guys are afraid of rejection.
Yeah, and I feel like for girls, even though they're married or single or taken, I feel like compliments coming from guy gives another boost of confidence. They feel seen. They feel like they're appreciated, not just by their partner or anything, but they feel like they're seen by everyone out there. So just go and compliment lah. It puts a smile on a girl's face. That's something very nice you can do. Please don't ask them intro, please, or please.
But you were saying compliment women. What if from those chats that this stranger random guy from social media just compliment you, hi, you look so beautiful, something like that. So because you were saying
Okay,
women wants to be complimented.
if you do come like that, hi, you look pretty, then obviously the girls would reply, thank you for that. So the conversation is starting over there.
Okay.
So then the guy has to make the move over there lah. Like he got to carry the conversation. Takkan lah the girls need to carry the conversation again. Aduh.
Recommend them, the guy to start off with a positive note.
So how would you recommend for the guy to start off?
We have to create a baseline. We're all like equal. Alright? The moment I acknowledge you at hi, you're pretty, you're the one up than me. Right? You will, even though indirectly I'm below you. So I have to say something positive and then negative to bring it back to the same level. So I can say like, you're so pretty, but you kind of look like my ex-girlfriend. Negative. I'm thinking out loud.
Okay.
It's a positive negative so that our level is par. The moment I say pretty, the woman will go ego, and then what? So what? I know I'm pretty, but and
Yeah, but-
1,000 guys will probably say the same thing.
Okay,
That's when you have to make your move.
Okay, let's just put this scenario out here. Okay, so let's say this guy comes and approach you. Hey, you're pretty, but you're looking like my. How would you even respond
Okay,
to
maybe
this? Something else? How would you Let's put a scenario over here. I want to know how. Hey, trouble, girl. How would you respond? Oh my god, to be honest.
Trouble? Question mark?
Yeah.
Laughing emoji.
Right.
Okay.
How would you reply?
Engage. Say, yeah, then I'll probably, I'm thinking on how many years.
Oh my god, if it's me when a guy comes to me, say hey, hi trouble, I'll be like, who the hell is this guy? Why is he so arrogant? That's the first thing that's going to come.
Okay, he's talking about face to face, right? Not the.
I seriously would think like that. Like, who the hell is he?
Because in Bumble, right, the girl replies first, and what they usually text first is hi. But after hi, if the guy says hi, but he doesn't say anything engaging,
No.
Okay, so let's get down to simple, serious stuff, right? Let me ask you this, right?
Okay.
All your chats you've been getting is always to say hi.
Yeah.
Hi there, hey pretty, same, right? What's so special about them?
Nothing. That's why we don't reply to any of them.
There you go. Now, if somebody says hey trouble, then we be like, hey,
Triggered lah.
something different, right? Mysterious, right? So you be intrigued. What is trouble? What, like she said, what's trouble? Trouble, again, different persons say. Some people get it, some people don't get it, right? But that's where you guys eliminate away all those who didn't get it out. That's our process of elimination. The girls to get it, like she got it. What do you say? Trouble, then question mark, and then a laughing emoji. Okay, it's something intriguing, lah. Then she'll say, "Why trouble?" It's like, yeah. Then you make something up, yeah. You look Then you say, okay, no, your looks are so pretty. You get me in trouble. Some horny line, break the ice up. Again, it's up to the guy lah, how to think on his feet lah.
Sadly, the guys are not smart enough lah.
That's my point. Guys, lot of guys, especially, there's no class who teaches guys how to talk to women, how to approach women, how to text women. And these are the two communication parts we have to get it started. The moment we don't get it started, we don't know where we'll go.
Yeah.
So we kill our chances at the start.
True.
Period. Hi dear, hi pretty. And the girls are now, thousands of guys are probably messaging the same thing. Correct? So this is why, again, I also didn't know this. I was doing the same thing. Until I saw this video from this guy in US who's a Russian and told the same thing, describing how guys react. And I'm like, oh my God, that's just me. Because all guys, we do the same thing. The guy from US in a Russian doing the same thing I'm doing. So I'm like, so we are wired in the same way. Same like women are wired in the same way how you guys think. Baseline lah, correct? And I'm like, okay. Then he said, why don't you say this? Hey, Trump. I mean, there's few lines that teach guys like how to talk in Tinder, Bumble and all that. So from there, like, oh, okay, that's how you get the girls engaging. Well, then from there, then it's up to the guys to make the conversation fun and flirty. You know, spark a bit of interest, twist her words around, make it fun, flirty. Then the woman gets interesting. Like, you know, the conversation will be so dull, so boring. You also probably won't even bother to reply.
It's true.
And then there'll be times where the guy will reply and then the girl will never reply because she's probably busy or studying or whatever. Then we need to do a follow-up. Don't immediately get butthurt the girl didn't reply the same day. We wait 2-3 days. If the girl replies, or then we do like a follow-up. Hey, by the way, it must be a very busy week. How's your thing? Then the girl, oh yeah, sorry, I was busy. Something like that. Keep the vibe. Most important, the guys know how to keep the vibe going, keep it interesting. You know, intrigue the girl lah. Women are emotional creatures. Agreed?
Yeah.
Men are very logical. So when logical and emotional, we cannot mix. So we have to logically think, how do we come to a level where we stir women emotionally? That's where things start to happen lah. But sadly, a lot of us do not know how to do that lah. Right?
Emma, let's conduct a class for guys. How to treat women right. Or how to date. Yeah, I know, right? We gotta make some money, guys.
Yeah.
See, when the moment you do that,
Nobody's gonna come.
no, the guys get turned off. Don't think money will come. You create a video podcast. You're an independent woman. Make your own money.
We are.
Make your own money. Don't depend on men to make their own money.
No, I'm getting money from them.
That you can do whatever you can do, fine lah. But again, the moment the guy senses that, oh, she's all in.
She's only for money.
This is clearly happened to me. And some of the women are just clearly for money. It's like,
Actually, yeah, true.
and that the moment we see that, we're out.
Guys are like out of
No, because you're not interested in me. You're interested in
it. Money, yeah. True. I
just like my ex-wife lah. So it happened.
Oops.
No, but the point is, it's happening. It's out there. So it's either you're going to be one of them or you're not. And the moment you're not, you're higher. Men see you as high value. See, before I was dating random women, but again, I have my criteria. They fit in this thing like, okay, must be pretty good looking, this. But one of things, I don't really care. I don't care about her education. Men, by the way, they don't care about education and we don't care about your money. Women think, oh, I must be educated. Not necessary. It's good to have some level of education, but it's not a priority. Because the moment we see a woman, oh, she's hot. I don't know what you're studying or how much money you're making, correct? So that's later lah. So the moment we see she's hot, that's our first, yes, I'm going to make an approach. So by knowing that, dress up well, doll up, do whatever you got to do to attract, like I said, attract the men. Then the men will come. Then in the conversation, you play your part lah, be yourself. Again, don't fake it or everything. That's it, simple as that. And again, if it doesn't drive, don't force it.
Yeah.
There's 8 point something billion people in the world, correct? You're probably destined to marry some guy in France or Italy. Why want to stick to Malaysian?
True.
Correct? But if you like forcing, yeah, it's a force. It's not going to be natural. You want to be something like me and her, we've been together like 4 years. I said, 4 years, it flew by so fast and we never fight. I said, hey, something's wrong.
Fight for 4 years,
Because all my previous relationships with girls, we always had some sort of argument, bickering, and then like, why is that? Looking back, I said, you're doing something right. You should write a book. to teach other women out there what you're doing something right. And I mean, 4 years flew by just like that. And then you think to yourself, how did, because why? Peace, respect. She does a lot of things that I didn't ask her to do. She does like, I'm wondering, how come all the others never did? Like, you're different. Then I ask herself, then I think about it. Yeah, she gave me peace. She gave me respect and treat me really, really nice. Like, huh? You're doing something right.
Ooh, preach, girl.
But again, not all women are like that.
Yeah.
Not all men are like me. Everybody's different. So you need to understand the dynamics. Women are coming from a upbringing and a background, whatever it may be. Yours is different, yours is different, yours. No, it's no same person. Even siblings are never the same, correct?
Yeah,
Even the parents will be, like for me, I've got this either child syndrome thing, lah, right? Again, so, but me and my sisters are not the same. So just because you come from the same household doesn't mean you're the same. Everybody's unique, everybody's different. So you're bringing a history of your upbringing, your knowledge, your experiences to the table. Same with the guy. Now it's a matter of, can these two match? If not, you cannot. It's fine. Don't force it. Let it go lah. Find another one better. And always there'll be better one. Confirm. Always. Everybody think I was the point where I guess this is it lah. There's no more woman. But open my eyes a lot out there. We just tell ourselves that there's a lot more. I'm single. So the moment you practice self-love, don't care. Then it automatically comes.
Let's self-love, Emma.
Yeah, just like I said, self-love.
Let's doll up ourselves after this.
You become more powerful when
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
true. I agree.
Do your workout, do your dolling up, do start. The best thing I would say, you fix this, your mindset,
Yeah, mindset.
the rest will come naturally,
Yeah.
automatically. You don't like it. Then the guys will be like, they will queue up. No joke.
Yep. Emma, you're gonna have a life out of a guy, but make sure you check their shoes before you you go on a
She'll be
date.
like looking up and down.
Yeah, no, she's not gonna look up first. She's gonna look at the shoes first. Okay, he's wearing.
That we can say is a traumatic experience.
Yeah,
right?
that's why the shoe has become like a red flag for her.
Oh,
My
I mean,
God.
symbol.
It's a symbol.
again, not all men have good fashion sense. Even look at me, I don't have good, horrible fashion sense. She does my fashion. So you need to know all this. Like, why is he dressing the way he's dressing? Maybe he's not enough money, or he's got bad fashion sense. He can be very rich. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. He's just wearing normal
Yeah,
simple
t-shirt and
t-shirt.
jeans.
But again, he's a billionaire.
Yeah,
Correct or not?
true,
So
true.
again, and people who are very rich, they don't care about fashion, depending on the situation, lah, right? So don't, like I said, your potential future, whatever boyfriend or husband, it's there. But just because this issue of shoe, you knocked him off your list.
Tried him.
Yeah, so don't be too petty. Again, it's a one-off thing. Yeah, don't limit yourself. Unlimit yourself. But again, see where he's coming from. Maybe it was a very nice shoe, but it got wet. And he had to wear some shitty shoes.
Yeah lah. He had to.
Who knows? He's wearing Crocs. Then suddenly he invited me to the car. It's all the
No, God's
rolls.
right?
So
Just have positive hopes, huh? You can start
Not
swiping.
promise.
You can start swiping lah.
No, but you see, at the end of the day, you're going for the guy who has this, right?
Yeah.
Not the outfit. Don't like it. That's why the saying goes, never judge
Judge
a book
by its cover.
by its cover. Exactly. So get this, then the rest of it you'll understand. Then you'll see how you. Then again, no one's saying it's set. Then you see whether. Then you dig deeper. When you go on dates, let me ask you this: when you go on dates, what do you normally ask the guy?
What do you normally ask the guy?
I mean, like, what are the topics of conversation, or do you bring up?
What do you do for fun? What do you do for a living? How many siblings do you have? Especially siblings, because I like to know if they're like the oldest child, middle child, youngest child, so I know what I'm had to do.
So this is on the first day. So it's like an interview, lah.
Yeah, that's
It's
why
like
I
a
was just
job,
about to ask. Why does it sound like an interview?
See? Agreed.
Yeah, but
Nothing wrong with that, but on the
I wouldn't
yeah,
ask
yeah,
just someone naturally.
but on the first date, I mean, you see, you're two strangers meeting up for the first time, right? It's not a job application, which is pretty much your name, sex, location, right?
yeah,
So wouldn't you start a conversation with something more, out
something
of
like
the
a common interest.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, try to go along with those type of things. Then, like I said, later towards the night, and then or the next date, then you go into more deeper, because then at least it goes more personal. Right.
Yeah. It's like just now you said, I also felt like, wait, is this an interview or what?
See,
Just some questions.
same things
Okay.
women will say, guys also say the same thing, right? See, because we don't know how to talk, we don't know how to engage. There's no school of how to talk to.
We should start
People.
a school.
Yeah, you should. But you guys are not the good experts.
No, we are
Yeah,
not. We need to get someone who's much more experienced.
I mean, there are out there like YouTube's like for me, a lot of YouTube's like for women. Like for me, I watch especially for men, a guy called Coach Kai. You should see, but again, their mindset was American Western thing where they pick up girls, how they have a mindset, how to pick up girls, and again to get laid type of thing lah. But Asian thing is more of relationship based lah, right? So again, but still there's some value what they bring, but we shouldn't take all of it lah, right? Because like Malaysian culture is a bit different than compared to the Western culture.
That's about it.
So, wrap up?
Yeah.
This is a trial.
It was a fun one lah.
Yeah.
From red flags to shoes on dating. That was a nice.
There's a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nobody in the world is perfect.
Yeah.
Correct. So again, there's a lot of flaws. The only way you can better yourself is with knowledge. The more you know, from the knowledge you get experience. So when you have wisdom, so when you have all this information, now when you go and approach a guy and you see, it's not about the shoe, right? He will
Yeah.
just, hey, sorry about my shoe. Then like, okay, yeah, it's just one of those things. You had a traumatic experience. Yeah, it's old, it's history. But don't use that as the the basis of everything, and stuff like that. Knowledge, get knowledge. That's easy.
Ma, you still got chances. Don't worry about it.
Girl, where?
But
You attract. It will attract you. Manifest.
Yes,
Self-love.
manifest.
Self-love. Manifest.
and also good pics on this else lah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is it called?
Bumble.
Bumble.
Do they have like a bio?
Everybody, pretty much you're just
Yeah.
introducing yourself lah. But again, I would not recommend you guys. I mean, knowing what I know now and looking back at what I did and and all these things, I would not recommend. But again, I'm just saying me.
Okay. I'm not on it, so I'm still
No,
safe.
but if I was you at your age, I'll probably be on it. But-
It's too creepy for me.
Exactly, it's just too creepy because the men out there. But if you're smart enough to know the mindset of, see, guys know. Let me ask you this, frankly, I was speaking. What do guys normally want? Guys your age,
Intimacy.
sex lah.
Sex. I mean, I don't want to put it out just like that lah. Yeah, but that's the thing.
Because at that age, that's all they think about. They're not thinking about long-term career or anything. So that's why I'm saying like girls your age, that's specific guys are only going for that. So again, if you want it, good for you. But if you don't want that yet, no one's saying anything. Go for quality men who are not in that age gap of just wanting sex.
Yeah.
Get the older ones. Again, nothing wrong with dating guys your same age. Your preference, your discretion, your choice. But the moment you make a decision, you have to take ownership or responsibility or whatever decisions you make to make wise ones. That's all. So again, if you know you're gonna get this back, you know what? I want to concentrate on myself. I want to build up myself. When I start working, then yeah, there's no wrong in that, no shame in it. A lot of us fall into peer pressure. Simple as that.
Yeah. Actually,
I mean, our parents find out what's going on with the evil killers, right? Correct?
Yeah.
I know. My problem told me when you go to study in UK, don't go looking for girlfriends. Remember, you're sending there to study. Yes, that. But when I had a girlfriend, see, again, hormone thing it's a natural thing, peer pressure type of thing. But again, try not to fall into it. You build yourself up, be proud of who you are, family to be proud of. Then the guys will come and then you get quality ones.
yeah.
And you can the scary part of this, like for women, because all it takes is an oops, and then it ruins your life. For guys, it's not a big deal. I've seen my old staff last time. The girl, she got 20 something, 21, she got pregnant, and then it was a big, what do I do? Life is just gone, but of course abortion is there. But again, I prefer not to have abortion stuff like that. But it is the whole traumatic thing. It's a big stain if you do the abortion and all that. Again, you're risking yourself with, of course, diseases and all that. So, if you want all that pressure and all the drama, no one's saying anything. It's your body, your life.
True.
But be smart about it. If you pick quality men, then you get the guys also will know better lah. Use of protection. At least you do it safe. Some young teenagers, not youngsters nowadays, they don't. All they want is smash, smash and dash. Yeah. So yeah, be smart. All I'm saying is just be smart lah.
Sure,
It's a tough, wicked world, and the thing is, you carry the. If anything goes wrong, you're the one holding the responsibility. Nobody else.
True.
All covered.
All
Yeah,
good.
all good.
Always.
You can always come back again. Yeah,
Yeah,
come
we'll
back
always
again.
continue.
Do your own
You'll be
thing.
seeing us more often. Che.
Wow, cool.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you
Yeah.
for having us. We really had a lot of fun.
Sweetha and Emma.
Yeah. Because the next time you see shoes, you're going to.
Yeah.
So it's called the shoes lah.
Alright.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share,